The reintroduction of Genn and Baku into the standard meta has reopened two entire universes of decks, so I thought it was only fitting to dust off one of my favorite archetypes in the history of Hearthstone for a second bite at the apple. It's Odd Rogue. Now, the world has changed much since the Witchwood. The power level is higher in general, and the composition of odd cost cards available to Rogue is completely different. But I got my hopes up and dove into deck building. I still thought there was a chance, maybe, just maybe, that an Odd Rogue geared toward the standard meta of today could be competitive. And seriously, there's nothing more satisfying than piloting a deck you created yourself and watching it destroy your opponents. I've been refining this list for 3 days, both making drastic changes and monkeying at the fringes. But unfortunately, the best I can say is that it's not terrible. Actually, it's pretty terrible. I went 10 and 17 with it into D10 for a 37% win rate. This is a departure for me because this is a losing deck, but it was so fun to refine it that I couldn't not make a video for it. It feels like this archetype is outpaced by almost everything in the established meta, but I think the problems are more structural than my own deck building skill. Of course, maybe I'm just trying to save face because of course I built this deck, and I'm certainly not Jambray or No Hands, but it doesn't seem like a 2 damage weapon is good enough anymore to carry a deck to consistent wins. The minions today are just bigger. There are more 3 health minions than 2 health minions in the early game, so you constantly have to cobble together damage from multiple sources, including your own minions, which prevents you from getting chip damage in the early game. And chip damage is really the only way you win with a deck like this. You have some powerful late game plays with Marin the Manager, but chip damage, weapon swings, incremental damage over time, and finishing them off with Leroy is your only real game plan. Unfortunately, that game plan was good enough during the Witchwood, but it's not good enough now. Like Odd Rogues of the past, this is an aggressive deck that leverages weapon synergies, Mic Drop, and Deadly Poison. It also relies on the admittedly scant charge options available to us, South Sea Deckhand and Leroy Jenkins. The idea is to get a fast start, deal chip damage with smaller minions like Bargain Bin Buccaneer, and finish them off with a combination of Deckhands, boosted by Crystal Cove, Leroy Jenkins, and weapon damage. But chip damage and charge is only half the story. The real way this deck wins, in my experience, is by exploiting Marin the Manager. With a 1-mana mini from Sandbox Scoundrel, you can mini, Marin, and 3-mana treasure on turn 8, and that's often the only boost you need to get to the finish line. Wondrous Wand is probably the standard choice, but I found Zerog's Crown, which discovers 2 legendaries to summon, to be extremely powerful. You can find huge minions, you can find taunts, you can even find Leroy Jenkins for 12 damage burst. Honestly, I think the odd portion of Rogue's toolkit in Standard now isn't suited to an all-out aggressive deck. We don't have any burn. If we could play Eviscerate, or if Sinister Strike was in Standard, we probably would, but we can't. Mic Drop and Deadly Poison are the best we've got. I know this deck loses, but I'm featuring it today because it's my favorite kind of archetype. It's aggressive, it's fast, it deals damage, it goes face, and those are things I've loved for 10 years. Mulligan guide coming up next. So mulligan-wise, you want to aggressively mulligan for 1-drops. That's Miracle Salesman and Treasure Distributor. You can keep South Sea Deckhand, but if you already have a 1-drop in hand, I wouldn't keep it. Maybe with a Treasure Distributor because they do synergize. And then you're always hero powering on 2. So the first decision point in most games is whether you attack with your weapon on 2 or hold it back for a Mic Drop so you get 2 charges of a 4 damage weapon, or you're setting up for a Crystal Cove on 3 so that you can Bargain Bin Buccaneer on 4. That's your basic curve. Gameplay coming up next.
Valera versus the Lich King.
All will serve me in death.
I don't think you keep Shadestone Skulker. It's really only necessary for like turn 6, 7, but I will keep South Sea Deckhand just to have a 1-drop. And there's 2 1-drops. So we're gonna be hero powering on 2. And then we'll see if the South Sea Deckhand survives. This could be a game where Shadestone Goldbeard comes into play. Rowdy Fan is like our Cold Blood analog because we don't have Cold Blood anymore. Ooh, I wish I had a Valera's Gift. Oh, I do have a Valera's Gift. I think I still Rowdy Fan. And go face. And I don't really need to kill. So he sends a 1/1 into the 5/1. And then he has 3 1/1s. Which can go into the Rowdy Fan, and with 2 damage can kill the Rowdy Fan. What am I doing next turn? I'm honestly probably hero powering. Because I can't play Shoplifter Goldbeard. I might Fan of Knives. That's 3 mana. Actually, I might want to keep the weapon. Because it's 3 mana to Fan of Knives, and then I can play a South Sea Deckhand for 1. I wish there was a... Oh, I guess Fan of Knives is a draw option. I guess I will Fan of Knives just to draw. And then I can send the Rowdy Fan into this. And then I can play the Miracle Salesman. And then what am I doing next turn? I don't think I'm dropping a Shoplifter Goldbeard on 5. I might actually Gear Shift next turn. I think I'll Gear Shift, but am I gonna want to... I might want a South Sea Deckhand before I Gear Shift, so I'm gonna keep the weapon so I don't have to hero power next turn. Okay, I can take that out with the weapon. And then just a hero power. That's pretty weak. Oh, Vampira Scoundrel. I can trade Shadestone Skulker, Vampira Scoundrel, but I'd kind of like to save the Shadestone Skulker for a bigger minion. Because I can easily just take that out. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna attack with that. I'm gonna Gear Shift. Stick Up is good. Sandbox Scoundrel is pretty good too. And then I'm gonna Vampira Scoundrel. This'll T-set maybe? Without a trace. That could activate Velorock. I probably should have taken Gear Shift. That's just the better card. And I could have gotten rid of that Treasure Distributor, which isn't really doing me any good yet. But I'm probably gonna Sandbox Scoundrel. I'm gonna Stick Up first. then Sandbox Scoundrel, then play whatever I stick up. Oh, look at this. So yeah, so I'll Silver Serpent. I'll Sandbox Scoundrel. And I'll play... That feels like a pretty good turn, and now I have Velorok. And I'm looking for damage off Velorok. Definitely. He's down to 15. He's gonna have some big undeads. Including maybe that Quillbore that deals damage based on its attack. He's only got 6 mana. But if I can find damage off Velorok or Thistle T-Set, I'm in a pretty good spot. Okay, that's big. That's big, but I can kill it with my 2/3. Maybe we Thistle T-Set first to see if we find... Wow, Shattered Reflections is interesting. I might...
Now this is treasure.
You could use a trim.
It's got a lot of healing.
Could use a trim.
But that was pretty weak. Just killing the, Alright, this is interesting. So I can play... I can't play Marin with Sandbox Scoundrel. But maybe it's time... Oh, you know what I can do? I can Velorok and Shattered Reflections.
Scorch the sand.
Power Chord Synchronize, maybe?
Scorch the sand.
Oh, this is gonna be...
Without a trace.
He's probably got some more healing in there. He might have a Quartzite Crusher. He's got a Hollow Hound. It's only 2 mana left. He goes up to 15. I have 9 on board. Oh no. It doesn't die though. Oh, but that's strong. That's really strong. And if I weapon Shadestone Skulker, it doesn't die to the 3/2. guess.
Scorch the sand.
Consecration is pretty good. But he's gonna steal one of my minions. So maybe I put out a treasure distributor and a sandbox scoundrel. Maybe I just corpse farm. Oh, I didn't get it off. Well, now I can Marin. Okay, he's killing that, so that's good. He didn't go face. I forgot corpse farm would cost 0. Okay, that's 1 mana. That's fine. Is he out of healing? If he's out of healing... Oh my god, what the fuck? Oh no! Oh, I should have... Sandbox Scoundrel. Hologarn is really good. Whoa. Okay. Oh, that's a lot of damage. Oh my god. I won. I won. Let's lock in.
Feel the power of the wild world.
Oh, we gotta get my player tracker. Done. Opponent tracker. Done. Alright. I don't think I want to keep any of this. I'm surprised there are Mulligan statistics. It can't be for this deck. It has to be just based on my statistics, but they're saying 777s. I'm not going to keep Crystal Cove. It's too passive. Gear shift. I mean, I guess it can get me out of a jam.
Magnificent.
None will survive.
Am I in streamer mode? Oh, I should have played the Miracle Salesman. That was a mistake. And I'm punished for my mistake. I could lose those rowdy fans. Or I could coin out Bargain Bin Buccaneer and lose the rowdy fans next turn. This seems more proactive and less random, in a sense. Okay, that's 6 damage to the dome. That's great. I guess if I gear shift, Miracle Salesman will still be in my hand. I'm gonna play it at some point. Maybe I just dagger up and play Miracle Salesman. Save South Sea Deckhand for a time when I have Crystal Cove up.
Stay alert, my children.
Okay. Oh, that's not bad. Can't kill anything. So I can dagger Miracle Salesman into the 3/4. I could... Well, now I can Rowdy Fan, but I don't think I want to. Because the 2/2 will just kill the 3/2 that I buff. I'm gonna play Crystal Cove.
Without
I would just hate to see the Lifesteal Dragon. But I don't think he's played enough dragons. He's played 3 now.
We all exist in harmony.
That's fine. So I've got... Oh, I can dagger. I can treasure distributor.
Treasure transport.
I can even trade. I should have done that first. Night Elf Huntress won't be bad. And now Leroy finishes him off if he doesn't play the Lifesteal Dragon. Or a taunt and kills my minions. I can't remember what that Lifesteal Dragon is called. Swipe? He's gonna swipe? Does he have spell damage? Oh, he's main decking Sunspot Dragon. And that's an easy lethal.
Let's do this.
you asked for it. Stay in the shadows.
I don't keep Scoundrel. I don't keep... What am I playing against? Mage? I don't think I keep Valera's Gift.
None will survive.
I'll coin. Probably gear shift at least one of those quick draws. Miracle Salesman is such a good card. Alright, Goldbeard.
Without a trace.
Gonna quick draw next turn, most likely. Okay. Mic drop. Maybe heat wave? Oh, that sucks. Trolley problem? I want to keep the snake oil, so I discard the snake oil from trolley problem. I guess I want a gear shift. Bargain Buccaneer. Skulker. What am I doing next turn? I'm probably honestly trading the snake oil or playing the snake oil and bargain bin buccaneering. Or I'm just trolley probleming. I could Shadestone Skulker right now and then get the weapon back next turn. Let's try that. Keeps more on board. Get a weapon back next turn. Yeah. Okay. Maybe I just bargain bin Buccaneer. I think I just bargain bin Buccaneer. Now I can, like, Sandbox Scoundrel Trolley Problem next turn, which seems pretty good. He's going to have a 2-2. Can't play Spot the Difference. Light Show.
This treasure ain't fit for our pirate.
Oh, it should have... It should have, Was it because it was 0? Why did it... I'm probably going to Hero Power next. I'm probably going to Snake Oil trade. And then hope I get something big. But I'm probably going to have time. I'm probably going to have room to Hero Power. Oh, that's strong. That's really strong. That's really strong too. It's running out of cards. Oh, I can Marin the Manager next turn. Maybe that's what I do. Because Sandbox Scoundrel reduces Marin.
Now this is treasure.
To 4. Which do I take? I don't take Tolan's Goblet or Golden Kobold. I might take Wondrous Wand. Or Xerog's Crown. I don't know. The legendaries lately have been really good. I think Xerog's Crown is 2. I think Wondrous Wand. Okay. Okay, I'm not too worried about that. Malfunction would be really bad here. Okay, Forge card is not bad. Okay, what is that? What is that? Is that counterspell?
Without a trace.
Explosive runes? It's not explosive runes. It's either count. Oh, it's summoning ward. That's pretty bad. Okay, he's got a Molten Rune, my 9/6. Not a taunt. Not a taunt. Okay, so we can Wondrous Wand. Try to find a Leroy or a Velorock. If I can discover a cheap quick draw card. Oh, this is lethal.
Without
Great win.